So here we go. Good morning, Chiefs. My name is Tamika Robinson, and I am the very proud principal here at Santaluces Community High School. It is a pleasure and an honor to welcome you all to Chief Country. I hope you are as excited as I am to start the upcoming school year. We will start the school year on a virtual platform until it is safe for students to come onto campus and for in-person learning. Our team has worked extremely hard to ensure students have a seamless transition onto the virtual platform. When our ninth graders transition to high school, here at Santa Lucis, they are enrolled in what we call our Freshman Academy. Our Freshman Academy is a small learning community which consists of teams of students and teachers who work collaboratively each day to ensure that our students have personalized learning and a positive transition from middle school to high school. This morning, you will meet some of our amazing, dedicated, and supportive teachers and staff members who will help our students transition to high school. Our team has worked on many support strategies to help our students, and will share curriculum information as well as expectations for the virtual platform. So at this time, I would like for you to sit back, relax, and enjoy our presentation. And at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our assistant principal, Ms. S. Robinson, who oversees our curriculum programs and our master schedule. Ms. Robinson. For the virtual platform. So at this time, I would like for you to sit back.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ms. Robinson, and I am the assistant principal who oversees curriculum and scheduling. We are so happy to welcome you all to Chief Country. I know that this year will be amazing. Our teachers have worked very hard to make sure that you all will receive the best education. So I am going to introduce some key players in our freshman academy. First, we have Mr. Ramos, who is our dean of the freshman academy. He oversees all of the discipline within our freshman academy. He facilitates a lot of our parent meetings with our freshmen, and he works with our link crew. Next, we have Mr. Jim Krupa. Mr. Krupa is our vice principal. He also works with Mr. Ramos and the freshman academy. Mrs. Kristen Harrell, who is our ninth grade freshman counselor. You all will hear from her later. Mrs. Melissa Perchio, our ACE coordinator. Mr. Barry Cohen, our athletic director, and Mrs. Boucher, who is the head of the freshman academy. So again, those are the key players in our freshman academy. You will hear from each one of them at different points of the presentation. And at this time, I am going to turn it over to none other than Mr. Ramos. Woo!
Freshmen, I'm excited. This is going to be a great year, the best year ever. Before we start, I want to let the parents and the kids know that if you have any questions, okay, you're going to open up your camera and scan the code. On the screen, you should have a barcode, scan the code. Once you scan the code, you're going to click on the link, okay, and it's going to take you to Padlet, okay? So it's really easy. If I could do it, trust me, you could do it. Once you scan it, you click on the link. There's going to be a plus sign. Press on the plus sign. If you have any questions, ask the questions. As we go along, okay, we'll take the questions, and at the end, we're going to answer as many questions as we can, okay? Again, make sure that if you have any questions, scan, press plus sign, and then ask the questions. As we go along, remember this, though, that we will be having this. We're going to have something else set up once you guys get back to school. We're going to give you as much information. We're not going to try to give you too much information. We'll give you a lot of information, but as we go along throughout the year, you'll get more information. Once your class gets started, once you start your online classes, you'll get more information. The first thing I want to talk to you, or the next thing really, is the attendance policy. Okay, really, really, really important. The attendance policy. For first semester starts in August and ends in December. If you have 9 or more absences, it requires that a student pass one marking period and earn a passing score on the first semester exam. So remember, the first semester consists of first 9 weeks and second 9 weeks. Okay, first 9 weeks starting in August, second 9 weeks, and then ending around December. Make sure that you monitor your absences. Even if you're online, we're going to be monitoring absences. Okay, you have the first semester from August to December, 9 or more absences. If you have more than 9 absences, make sure that you pass one of the marking periods, and you're going to have to pass the semester exam. Okay. Second semester is from January the 10th, from January, to June, that's second semester. And if you have 10 or more absences, it requires that a student pass one marking period and earn a passing score on the first and semester exams. So you get one more absence for second semester, but it's basically the same thing. So you have to monitor the absences. One of the main problems that freshmen have, it really is that that they're absent a lot. And one, you're absent a lot, you don't get the content, and you're not in class, okay, and you're not getting the information. So you have to make sure right from the beginning that you're in class, you're on the computer, ready to go. Now, a little bit different for the EOCs. For the EOCs, that's a year-long classes, which is Algebra 1, Biology, and Geometry, from August to June. You get 19. If you have 19 or more absences, it requires you to passing grade in the fourth 9 weeks. And in order to pass the course, and you have to have a passing score on the first semester exam. Again, a lot of this information, your teachers will go over this information once a class gets started. And then what we'll do now is I want to introduce to you Miss Williams, who's one of the geometry teachers here. So Miss Williams, is all yours.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Mr. Ramos. I'm Mrs. Williams. I teach geometry, and I'd like to talk to you about the EOC courses that are coming up. As you can see, we have the ELA Math, Science, and the certification courses. Something that I really want to drive home about these tests is that several of them do make sure that you pass them for graduation requirements. We have to keep up pacing, we have to keep up practice, and we need to perfect it so that we can do a good job. ELA and math, those two must be passed as a graduation requirement, as well as the other ones that take 30% of your overall grade. Something I would like to say that's a little different this year is your geometry EOC does not just count for geometry, it is also your algebra requirement from last year, because we did not take the algebra EOC at the end of the year. So guys, stay on pace, attend your classes, do the work, do the practice, and make sure that you get all of your requirements done the first year in. Coming up next, we're gonna have Mr. Zenaf, and he's in our science department, so welcome him, please.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to be talking about the science content area expectations. So either you're taking one of two courses this year, it's either physical science or biology. So the physical science is a year-long course. It has no EOC. If you don't know, the EOC is the end of course exam. Instead, they're going to use teacher-made test, and that will track student progress. The materials required is the composition notebook, also known as your science interactive notebook. Preferably, we would like it if you had the 100-page composition notebook. Your textbook, you will have a class set once we go back into the classrooms, but for now you have online access via the student portal for your textbook. For biology, it's a year-long course with the EOC, and it'll actually count as 30% of your grade. It is a requirement to pass biology. It's administered in May. The district tests are known as USAs, while they also have quizzes known as NGSQs, and those are what we use to track student progress in biology. You will also need a composition notebook for biology, and again, it needs to be the 100-page composition notebook. You'll also have digital access to your textbook via your student portal. And finally, you will have tutoring available Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. from the various biology teachers. Thank you. And next we have Ms. Crosby, who will talk to you about English.
Good morning, new class. Freshmen, we're so excited to have you here. I'm going to be talking to you guys about English, both your English honors and regular course or your H general paper this year. So with English, it is a year-long course. You have your FSA reading and your FSA writing. That score will determine your placement for 10th grade. The district tests, as Mr. Seenath said, Mr. Seenath had said, our district tests are USAs. The quizzes are FSQs, and then your essays are called PBPA. Are you track you for next year or this year, making sure you guys are staying where you need to be. Materials for English. You have plastic folders with 3 prongs on the inside, those little flaps, headphones with an auxiliary cord so that you guys can connect to your computers, talk, interact with us during class. You'll also need college ruled notebook paper. For H general paper, also a year-long course, you also have FSA reading and writing. Okay, those scores will determine your placement for 10th grade. This course also offers college credit if you pass the GP exam in May. You still have USAs, FSQs, and PBPAs to track your progress. You'll need a blue or black pen, colored pencils, a binder with 6 dividers, college ruled notebook paper, highlighters, and Post-it notes. So please be sure to have all of your materials when you start class in a couple of weeks. Next, I will introduce Mr. Q, who is going to talk to you about, I believe it's Avid? Oh no, I'm sorry, with World Geography and AP Human Geography.
Thank you, Ms. Cosby. Good morning, freshman class. My name is Mr. Quinones. I'm one of the social studies teachers for 9th grade. We do offer a couple courses for 9th grade. One of them is being World Geography. It is a year-long course. There is no EOC, so there will be made-up tests which will assess and track students' progress. The materials for this class is Google Classroom, Uzella, and the test book will be either digital or a class set. The other course that we offer in Santa Lucia is AP Human Geography. It's an academic elective. College credit is earned if the student passes an AP exam at the end of the year. The materials for this course is 4 folders with pocket, colored pencils, pens, earbuds that plug into the computer, and notebook paper. And the test book also will be digital, or you can check one out from the media center. My next speaker will be Ms. Frichet. She will be talking about math.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Fouché, one of the math teachers in the Freshman Academy team. I'm going to discuss a little bit about our math classes. So we offer for freshmen geometry and algebra. Both of those are year-long courses with an EOC sometime in May. They are both worth, that EOC is worth 30% of your final grade. In geometry and algebra, we do have district mandated tests, which are FSQs and USAs. They will be used to assess your knowledge and track student progress. First, I'm going to talk specifically about geometry. For the materials, you need a 3-ring binder and dividers that are going to be provided by the school. You may see your syllabus for that, and you have the textbook that is, you will see your online access through your student portal, which is algebranation.com. You guys should be familiar with that from your previous math classes. In algebra, your materials are going to also be a 3-ring binder and dividers, which are provided by the school. You also do need a spiral notebook. And just like geometry, your textbook is the Algebra Nation book, which you will have a hard copy of for both algebra and geometry, and you will be able to have online access. We also offer Algebra 2, which is a year-long course, but unlike geometry and algebra, there is no EOC. There will be teacher-made tests, so nothing coming from the district, which will be able to track your student progress. The materials for Algebra 2 are, as well as geometry and algebra, a 3-ring binder and dividers, which will be provided by the school, so you don't need to worry about that, like I said previously. And you also have a class set of textbooks. Just like the other 2 classes, you will be receiving your Algebra Nation book.
Another course we offer is AVID, which is a year-long course. There is no EOC, and we focus this class with AVID strategies. You learn student learning, leadership, and equity weekly tutorials, and you have a guest speaker. Your material is going to be a 3-ring binder with dividers. Next, this slide was put together by our Link Crew teacher. It is advice for you guys from our fellow Link Crew students, so enjoy the video.
Ready? Hi everyone, and welcome to your freshman invasion. My name is Karen Portillo. I am a past Link Crew leader. I graduated from Santaluces last year, but that means I have 4 years of high school experience on tips that I get to share with you guys today. So my first tip is to realize that all of your teachers are there to help you. They care about you. They care that you do your best. A lot of you will have Miss Pinto as a teacher. She cares about your grades. She cares about your well-being. Please do not hesitate to ask for help from any of your teachers. Trust me when I tell you, all of your teachers want the best for you. They really want you to strive for the best. And my second tip is to understand that although your freshman experience will be a lot different from mine because of COVID, please understand that there is a light at the end of this tunnel. So you will do amazing. Do your work, and just try and have fun. Be confident. You will be a great chief, and you will have fun. So, bye.
Hi guys, my name is Shakira. I'm a 10th grader, and I'm here to give you your freshman advice. The freshman advice that I have for you is to not doubt yourself. Anything that you put your mind to, you can accomplish it and have success. That's the advice that I have for you. You have a good year. Don't stress. Go achieve.
Hi, incoming freshman. My name is Grace Dorman. I just graduated with the class of 2020. And if I could give any advice for anything that you guys might need to know this year, I think I would just say try to join at least one thing on campus, whether that be a club or a sport, or even if you're involved in something off campus. I think doing an extracurricular activity is really, really important, especially starting out your freshman year. But don't overwork yourself, because you definitely do still want to keep your grades up, which you'll hear all year, but it is really important to keep your grades up starting your freshman year. But if I could give a piece of advice, I would just say try to join something and really have fun your freshman year and make Santaluces what you want it out to be. So
my advice to incoming freshmen is to study really hard and put a lot of time and effort into your classes.
Hey, hi, hello. So today I'm going to be discussing a incoming freshman tip is definitely figure out how to study. For me, it was definitely rewriting in a notebook. So writing notes in class and then going home, writing it nicer, prettier, highlighting some more key tips, things like that, just so I can be able to study from that, or even re-listening to the lesson if it is online. I did not figure out the way that I enjoy to study until junior year. Definitely figure it out now so it can help you in your high school career. All right, enjoy freshman year, guys.
Hey, class of 2024, and congratulations on making it into high school. Many of you guys may be stressed or nervous for the start of this new year, so I have a few words of advice that may be a little bit helpful. First things first is that organization is a huge component to high school success. Take smart notes and highlight important key topics. Also, make sure to keep track of your due dates so that you turn in all your work on time. Your grades will suffer the moment that you start to slack off, so make sure to keep pushing. Lastly, this is a tip for when you go home. Take the time to completely relax every single day. Do something such as meditation. Relaxing your mind and body will keep you from being constantly stressed. Even though it's an important thing to keep your grades up high, it's also important to keep your mental high. So good luck, and I hope you enjoy your first year.
That I think every freshman should know is to have patience with yourself throughout the transition of middle school to high school. Freshman year is going to come with so many setbacks and challenges, but what you'll learn over time is that you are going to find things within your experience in high school that are going to bring on both success and happiness and everything that you want to find in your journey here. And anything that may have been a setback before is purely going to be just a learning experience to help move you forward. Good luck.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ms. Harrell. Welcome the class of 2024. I'm really excited to be here. I just wanted to welcome everyone. I know it takes a village to do this, and I'm excited to be part of that village this year. So I'm going to go over some graduation requirements. The first column here is just the general requirements that all students are required to have. So each child is required to have 24 credits, a minimum of a 2.0 grade point average, 20 community service hours. The district is allowing students to complete hours virtually. So if you're interested in obtaining information about that, you can send me an email and I'd be more than happy to send you the information regarding the virtual community service. Students are required to have one online requirement, and that can be through Florida Virtual School or Palm Beach Virtual School. A really popular course is driver's education, and it's a quick, easy course to take, and it also helps reduce your insurance, so that's a popular one. I've been getting some emails about signing up for a course right now. I would hold off because students don't really know what their course load is going to be at the beginning of the year, so I would get a feel for what your course load is, and then if your child feels confident to add on another course, then we can talk about completing that online requirement. You need a passing score on the Algebra 1 EOC, as Ms. Fouché discussed, and then a passing score on the 10th grade FSA, as Ms. Crosby went over. Now we're going to go over into the specific credit breakdowns by subject area. So students are required to have 4 credits in English. That means each year a student will have an English class on their schedule. Students are required to have 4 credits in math. 2 of those credits must be Algebra 1 and Geometry. Students are required to have 3 credits in social studies. I've been getting a lot of emails from students saying they don't have a history class on their schedule as a 9th grader. So their history courses don't start till their 10th grade year. So as a 10th grader, students will take world history. As an 11th grader, they will take US history, and then 12th grade, a half a semester of economics and half a semester of government. Moving on to science, students are required to have 3 credits. 2 of those credits must be biology and a physical science. So a lot of the students will be completing that requirement as a 9th grade student. And then 1 credit of physical education. So on the schedule, you may see personal fitness or team sports. So they're in that for a semester. Students may also have HOPE, which is a year-long PE course. It's more of like a health-based class. They do not dress out. It's strictly classroom-based, but that does satisfy the PE requirement as well. And then students are required to have 1 credit of a fine art. So if you see Draw 1, Digital Infotech, Digital Multimedia, Intro to Drama, Commercial Photo Tech, all of those courses are satisfying that fine art requirement. And then you just need 8 credits of general electives. All right, so moving on to what a typical freshman schedule is going to look like. So as I stated before, each year you'll have an English class on your schedule. So this year we're only offering English honors and ACE general papers. Moving on to math, all students will have a math class on their schedule. So typically as a 9th grade student, they'll either be an Algebra 1 or Geometry. If they've already completed that as a middle school student, then typically they're placed into Algebra 2 honors. Also, if you look, it says for math based on previous math class and scores. So some students are placed in liberal arts math. That is an additional math class, and that's going to set you up for success for that Algebra 1 course. It teaches you the skills and strategies and foundations to be successful. For science, students will either have a physical science or biology 1 honors. Some students will have reading on their schedule. I know they didn't take the FSA last year, so we are going off 7th grade scores, but it is district mandated to be in a reading course. So, that will help your child be successful in their English courses. And then you may see, if they're not in a reading course, AVID, World Cultural Geography, or AP Human on their schedule. And then, as we stated before, all students are required to have a PE credit. So they're either going to be in HOPE or a PE elective. And then moving on to the electives, they'll have 3 electives on their schedule. One of that may be an academy course if they're in culinary, early childhood. And you want to make sure when you're going over their schedule that their academy class is on their schedule, because majority of students are here on choice, and you have to make sure that that particular course is on your schedule. And then how to calculate a GPA. So if you can see here, in a regular class, an A is worth 4 points and a B is worth 3 points, and you can see C is worth 2 points, etc. If you look in the honors and ACE and AP column, you can see that the A is weighted heavier. So a lot of students want to know how they can obtain a higher HPA, which you want to have a high HPA to be competitive when applying to college. So you want to be taking those honors, ACE, and AP courses to obtain that higher GPA. So we add up all of the points based on the grade awarded and then divide that by 7. Also on SIS, it always will list the student's GPA, so you can always just look there as well. And now I'm going to turn it over to the wonderful Mr. Ramos.
Thank you, Ms. Harrell. I appreciate it. All right, as you guys should know by now, or hopefully you guys know, school is going to start online this year, okay? So there's a couple of rules that I want to go over. There's a couple of things you should know, okay? First of all, every school day is required for you to attend a live session of each class. You're going to spend at least between 20 to 50 minutes in a live session each day on a Google Meet, okay? Certain expectations that we got to go over. First and foremost, you have to be on time. The classes start at 7:30, but you have to be on time to each class, not only for the beginning of school, but for each class, you need to be on time. Also, the cameras have to be on, mics muted. Cameras on, I don't want to see another picture. It has to be you going live, mics muted. School appropriate attire. You have to dress school appropriate. You guys should know what school appropriate is. If you have any questions about what school appropriate is, you can email me, call me, and we'll have that conversation. You got to make sure, just like if you were in class, your head shouldn't be down, you shouldn't be eating. Really, really important that you're focused, ready to go when class starts. So everything, just like if you were right there in class. You have a question, raise your hand, make sure the teacher sees you. Don't unmute the mic until the teacher gives you permission. Use the chat wisely. I and Mr. Krupa and the administrators, we're going to be monitoring the chat rooms and the classes daily. So make sure you understand that. And be an active listener. Like I said, I know there might be or they may be distractions, but make sure that you're an active listener, paying attention, and really, really, really important. Being a chief means you're kind and you're respectful, okay? So make sure that you understand that this is not middle school anymore. Now you're a chief, so that means you gotta be kind and respectful to the students, to your teachers, to anyone on campus and anyone on that computer screen, okay? And again, I'm gonna say it again, and mics are gonna be make sure that you're on mute and cameras on, okay? Daily use, okay, for Google Classroom, teachers will post assignments each day. So you have to make sure that you're cognizant or you're aware that each day the teacher will post assignments every day. Student must complete their assignments and submit them in Google Classrooms to receive credit, okay? Make sure that you know when they're due. Make sure that again, I want to emphasize, now middle school is a whole different ballgame. Now it really, really counts, okay? So you have to make sure that you're looking at, that you already know there's going to be assignments every day. So you have to make sure you know when they're due, and you have to make sure that you turn them in to receive credits. And all grades will be updated in SIS or on the computer every day, so parents and students can monitor them, okay? So everything is going to be updated. You have any questions, you could email your teachers and things like that. And again, you know, we're gonna go over some of these things, a lot of these things as we go along, but just a few things that you should know. Now, next I have one of your teachers, Miss Pinto. Miss Pinto is going to be speaking to you about ACE and AP classes.
Hi guys, I'm Ms. Pinto. So those of you who want to take higher level classes, we're going to talk a little bit about what ACE and AP is or are. AP stands for Advanced Placement. It's controlled by College Board, and you can go to www.collegeboard.com.org to see like your scores and things like that. ACE is Advanced International Certificate of Education, controlled by Cambridge International, and that's cambridgeinternational.org. It's for more information. So what's important is both AP and ACE classes are college level classes. So that means they are rigorous, with focus in critical thinking skills, deep content knowledge, and the cool thing is that you can earn college credit if you pass the exam at the end of the year, which is really awesome because you're getting college in high school. And additionally to that, you can also earn high school credit while also earning college credit, which is special. So if parents are watching this and wondering, well, how can I help my students who are enrolled in this higher level classes? One thing we can say is that check your students' grades very often. On SIS, the Student Information System, teachers are updating grades bi-weekly and making sure to keep the parents in the know. So that is where you should definitely start. Start with their grades. Check your child's Google Classroom pages. Google Classrooms can be accessible to parents. Your teacher can add you as a guardian to their classes. So that is something that you can reach out to the teacher to talk about. And also contact your teachers whenever you have a question or a concern about your student. You can also request a conference with Ms. Harrell, and we can set up a Google Meet and talk it out. I think the thing that helps the best is talking to your student about what they're learning in school and having those conversations so that they're practicing those skills over and over again and not just in front of a computer. So now we are going to pass it on to the lovely Mr. Krupa, who is going to finish it off for us.
Thank you, Ms. Pinto.
No problem.
Nobody's ever called me lovely, but thank you. It's good to be here. We went over a lot of stuff today. Some of it I got, some I didn't, but don't panic on this stuff. You know, keep the questions coming in. We're going to go over them at the end also, so don't let this worry you. We'll get you through this year. We'll get you through because we have the best principal in Palm Beach County. I'm going to tell you, I have the good fortune to do the PA announcements every day. And every day when I introduce Miss Robinson, I call her the best principal in Palm Beach County. And I just don't do that to do it. I truly believe that. That's why I'm here. Also, it's by no accident that you guys have the teachers that you have. Listen, they're going to nurture you. They're going to work you. They're going to teach you. But you have to do your part. And that's kind of what I'm worried about, especially coming in as ninth graders. Ninth grade is a very important year. Mr. Ramos already talked to you about that, about being on time, doing the work. We don't want to lose you in the ninth grade. Ninth grade, if you fall behind, you can catch up, but it's so much harder to do. So you want to stay up and do what your teachers ask. Remember, this is a real deal now. What you did in elementary school, what you did in middle school, that was all good. But everything counts now. These records will follow you no matter what you do in life, whether you go to college, whether you go to the armed forces, jobs. Say you want to go to Publix, you register to, or you fill out an application to go to Publix. They're going to call Santaluces High School. They're going to call Mr. Ramos and ask Mr. Ramos about you, about your attendance and being on time and all that stuff. Everything counts now. It's very important. And plus, if you do well in 9th grade, guess what happens? By the time you're a senior, you get senior privilege, and you'll love that. You just got to remember that. You got to work hard. Parents, this is kind of for you, and also for students. Mr. Ramos, who you already met, we will come out, if you need us to, we will come out and visit your home, with social distancing protocols. But if you need us to talk to your student, I don't care when, you let us know, and we'll come out and talk with you and talk with your student to help out if we're having trouble online or whatever the situation is. We're going to be there for you. This class has a lot of potential. I'm not going to lie to you. Every time we start a 9th grade class, we check out their test scores, their discipline. You guys have the chance to be one of the best classes ever here at Santaluces High School. But remember, I used the word potential. Potential is a funny thing. Sometimes it comes true, sometimes it doesn't. But if you guys work really hard, by the time you graduate in 4 years, you guys you could say you're one of the best classes ever here at Santaluces High School. Now, what I want to do right now, you guys try to remember that this email, Ken Ramos, PalmBeachCountySchools.org, because you're going to answer this question for me right here. And the first one that answers it, look what I have right here for you. This is a Bluetooth speaker. It lights up, LED lighting. I'm going to give this to the first one that has a first answer. I know a lot of people are going to have the answer, but the first one that goes into Ken.Ramos, PalmBeachCountySchools.org, you'll win this prize. All right. Let me think of a good riddle for you. That's another thing I do on the PA is I do riddles every day. It's silly, but here it is. Here we go. Why does a teacher, when she goes into class, wear sunglasses every day? Why does a teacher wear sunglasses when she goes into class every day? Now, if you have the answer, you better get to Ken.Ramos right there on Palm Beach County Schools right now and give the answer, because you can win this nice Bluetooth speaker. And that's it, what I have. I can't wait to see you and meet you. I dream about it. It's not a bad thing to dream. I dream about you coming the first days here on class, walking through the hallways and getting lost, and we try to help you, and seeing you at lunch and pep rallies and games and things like that. I can't wait to see this class. I think you're going to be outstanding. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Miss Pinto, who called me lovely, and she's also lovely. And be safe, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, I don't know, but I can't wait. Miss Pinto?
Thank you, Mr. Krupa. So one thing that we didn't get a chance to stress is that, yes, students, you will be on camera on Google Meet every single day on live. And yes, your camera does have to stay on. Also, we will be recording those meets. So every single day, your teacher is going to hit the record button, and we're going to have this, plenty of recordings to post just in case you miss something if you're absent or whatever. So if you guys had a chance to post some questions on the Padlet, we're going to go over them. But if you haven't, I'm going to go over to the QR code one more time to give you a chance to go ahead and scan it. So go ahead and scan the QR code. While you're doing that, if you're worried about showing your face on camera, I totally get it. There are blur extensions that you can download to your Google Meet that kind of blurs your background and blurs a little bit of your face, so we could still see you. So if that's something you're more comfortable with, then you can do that. But yeah, a turned on camera is definitely a must. If you can't scan the QR code, make sure to go to the site at the bottom, padlet.com/DanielaPinto2, and then that long code at the end. You ready?
Got the answer. Yes, I have it. All right. So what do you have to write down? This is one thing. Can I do the winner?
All right. So yes, let's go over the Padlet first, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna go over the Padlet, right? Okay. Okay. Yes, this screen. So Mrs. S. Robinson and Mrs. T. Robinson are going to go over the Padlet really quick just to go answer some of your questions. And then at the end, we're going to have Mr. Krupa announce the winner because we have a winner, people.
Okay, so I am going to go over as many questions as possible. If for any reason we do not cover your question because we do have a lot, feel free to email us after the meeting and we will try to respond to all of your questions. So one, I have a few students that want to know how you can join AP classes. Incoming ninth graders are scheduled into AP and ACE courses based on previous test history and teacher recommendation. So when you receive your schedule, if you have ACE English General Papers, that is a college class for incoming ninth graders. If you have AP Human Geography, that is an accelerated course for incoming ninth graders. The only other ACE class that we extend to our incoming freshmen is ACE Thinking Skills, and students are placed in that course by the administrators. So if you're interested in taking ACE English General Papers or AP Human Geography and it's not on your schedule, feel free to email us and then we'll have our ninth grade counselor reach out to you. We have a when will football start for freshmen? Ms. Robinson will answer that question.
Hi guys, good morning again. At this time, the school district has not made a determination as it relates to fall sports. So as soon as that information becomes available to schools and principals and athletic directors, we will make sure that we pass it along to our students.
When do we pick up binders provided by the school? The binders will be distributed when we come back to school. So you'll receive binders when we transition to phase 2. Next week on Monday, all of our freshmen should have received an email. If not, make sure you start checking your district email. Textbook distribution for freshmen is on Monday morning. So if your last name is A through M, you will come to the school on Monday between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. to pick up your materials. If your last name is N through Z, you will pick up materials from 12 to 3 p.m. When you come to pick up materials, you'll go to the bus loop. Our bus loop is located off of Lawrence Road. You'll see some signs up. When you come through, you will not get out of your car. You're going to check in. You'll give your first and last name. We'll give you a hard copy of your schedule, which is also available in SIS. You'll pick up your instructional materials. If you need a Chromebook and we have you checked off as needing a Chromebook, then we will issue you a Chromebook and then you'll exit the bus loop. So again, last names A through M are 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Last names N through Z, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. in the bus loop.
And that Monday, August 17th, so that's this coming Monday, August 17th for freshmen.
Can we actually go to school in real life and will it only be a few people? Well,
at this time, again, we're starting on a virtual platform. So we're in phase 1 of our plan that we had to, the district had to submit to the state. So as soon as we go to phase 2, whenever the school board decides upon that, is when students are going to be able to come back onto campus for in-person learning. But right now, all students in Palm Beach County will start off on a virtual platform beginning Monday, August 31st.
A few questions about the bell schedule. The bell schedule will be posted on our website, but the official start time for the first class is 7:30 a.m. and the instructional day will end at 2:20 p.m. And then all of our teachers will have office hours from 2:20 p.m. to 2:50 p.m. We do not have a uniform dress code where you have to wear a certain color shirt, but you're not allowed to wear ribs, no tears, no frays in your jeans. We'll share the dress code with everyone via email, but we do not have a dress code.
I will say though, it's really important, students, when you log into your classes on the virtual platform, you must be dressed appropriately with an appropriate shirt, even if it's a t-shirt. No explicit or inappropriate languages or words on your shirt. You don't, I mean, obviously if you wear ripped jeans at home, it's okay. But definitely just please make sure you're appropriate, because your cameras will be expected to be on in all of your classes. So just make sure appropriate dress at this time, and we'll discuss our dress code policy on campus at a later date.
Another good question, how will we receive our Google Classroom codes from our teachers? Your teachers will have access to send you your Google Classroom codes beginning the week of August 24th. So prior to school starting, you will receive either a link from your teacher to join the Google Classroom, or your teacher will automatically assign you to their Google Classroom. Whatever method the teacher uses, you have to make sure that you join the class prior to the first day of school.
And I will tell you guys, we will have more information regarding those instructions from your teachers probably within the next week or so. We'll send out an email to all students and parents with explicit instructions regarding that expectation.
And then the last question that we'll go over, what do we do if we don't have our schedule? Every student should have a schedule in SIS. If you do not have any classes, you need to email Ms. Kristen Harrell, who is the 9th grade guidance counselor. After this meeting, we will send everyone an email with Ms. Harrell's contact information in case you need to email her about any scheduling questions. That will be the 9th grade guidance counselor. For if there's nothing there, then she probably will have to create a schedule for you. If you want to change any of your courses, the deadline to complete the schedule change request form is Sunday at 5 p.m. So make sure you check the email. I think I sent it to you all last week, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. In that email, there's a link. You just click on that link. It's taking you to a Google form, and then you fill out the Google form, you submit it, and then Ms. Harrell will review it. And if she can change your schedule, she will. If she cannot change the schedule, then she'll email you and tell you that she can. And again, a lot of questions about the slides. We will post this presentation and we will post the video as well. I think that's how we go to the video chat. As far as Google Classroom, a lot of you are asking about how do you go to video chats. The video chat, if you're referring to the video chat from the student email, is disabled. Students are not able to do video chats from Google. But as far as Google Meets, your teachers will send you a link to the Google Meets, and that's how you'll get into Google Meets for their classroom. And last thing, portal. If you're not familiar with the portal, these are some things that we want you to look over this weekend. Go to palmbeachschools.org. You're going to sign into the district portal. Once you sign into the portal, make sure you go to SIS to check your schedules. Parents, if you're on the call, go to SIS and make sure all contact information is correct. And then students, you also want to check your email. That is the only way that we can really communicate with you all until we are back on campus in phase 2. So it's very important that you check your email at the beginning of the school day and at the end of the school day, just in case we send emails out to students with important information.
While she looked for additional questions, one thing I'd like to mention is your Chromebooks. I know many of our middle schoolers, you're bringing your Chromebooks that you received from middle school, which is perfectly fine. We have record of that. In the event that your Chromebook does not have a camera, please come in during that time so that we can switch it out for you. You have to bring in the Chromebook you received from your middle school, and we will switch it out so that we can ensure you have a Chromebook that has a camera on it. So I did see a question in regards to Chromebooks. That's very, very important. So please make sure you follow the schedule for Monday as it relates to Chromebooks. If you have a Chromebook and you do not have a camera, you have to come in and switch it out on that particular day during that respective time.
Alrighty, I think that's it. Okay, so that is the end of our portion, our question and answer portion. I think that Mr. Ramos has a prize to give away to a lucky student. So I'll turn it over to Mr. Ramos.
Mask on.
All right, first of all, we had so many responses. I mean, really, really more than I even thought. But we got a lucky winner. We went back, we found it. So Melissa Eugene is the winner. Melissa, make sure that you email me your phone number so I can get in contact with you to see if Mr. Krupa and I are going to deliver it to you, or you know, and your address and all that good stuff. But good job, guys. I want to say bye. I want to say thank you guys for actually attending. Thank you to the teachers. Thank you to
Yay! Woo! Thank you so much. And I definitely want to say, guys, thank you. Yes, but this is Miss Pinto. We only have 2 teachers here, but this is Miss Pinto. You heard her voice, and this is Miss Boucher. You heard her voice also, and our amazing teachers who are facilitating remotely. I just like to thank you guys. As our students said in the student portion, our Link Crew mentors of your experience, we have the best and most dedicated teachers and staff members that anyone could imagine. I can't do my job without all of them doing wonderful things for our kids and students. We're so excited that you're going to be joining us this upcoming year. Can't thank you guys enough for taking time out of your Saturday morning to join us. If there's any questions, we went over contact information that we did not answer. Please make sure to email some of those people that we share that information with you. This presentation will be on our website. Give us a couple of hours to upload it, but I can assure you by Monday it will be on our website so that you can go back and refer to the information, as well as contact any staff members that you feel could answer your questions. We look forward to seeing some of you, I'm sure, on Monday when you come in for our distribution times, and enjoy the rest of your day. And we look forward to Mr. Angione. Oh my gosh. Mr. Angione needs to come really close. I'm gonna put my mask on. This is Mr. Angione. He did all of the behind the scenes. Yes, give him another round of applause. Amazing job. I will say this was our first time trying the YouTube experience because we wanted to capture as many families and parents and students as we possibly can. So thank you for your patience. I think everything went off well, considering some little technical difficulties at the beginning. But again, thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing and working with you all this upcoming year. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.